Hello and welcome to TTV News with some latest events in the province, and now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, on October 22nd, the delegation led by Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, member of the Party Central Committee, Secretary of TayNinhTV Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Council, visited and exchanged interests in attracting and managing industrial parks and urban areas in Bắc Giang Province.
Accompanying there were also Mr. Nguyễn Thành Ngọc, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, and comrades in the Provincial Party Standing Committee. Speaking at the meeting, Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm and Mr. Nguyễn Thành Ngọc sincerely appreciated the affection and concern that Bắc Giang Province has given TayNinhTV Province, especially during the outbreak of the COVID-19 epidemic. Bắc Giang joined hands to support it to overcome difficulties, contributing to help it return to normal soon, to restore economic development. At the same time, they expressed their impression by the outstanding socio-economic development of Bắc Giang Province and hope that at this meeting, Bắc Giang would share on the issues that TayNinhTV is facing. Standing Deputy Secretary of Bắc Giang Provincial Party Committee Lê Thị Thu Hồng said that despite face many great challenges, but closely following the direction of the government, the Provincial Party Committee, the Provincial People's Council, and the Provincial People's Committee were steadfast in their goals and boldly innovating, mobilized the strength of solidarity, took advantage of opportunities, directed the effective implementation of the program of socio-economic development recovery, flexibly and promptly solved urgent problems, overcame limitations and weaknesses. Thanks to that, its socio-economic quickly overcame difficulties, maintained a strong recovery momentum, and made a breakthrough. Economic growth in 9 months reached the highest level in the country. Sharing Bắc Giang's experience in planning, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Lê Ánh Dương said that planning must be one step ahead during the implementation process. It oriented planning for each region, then the locality's countryside, in order to promote investment attraction for industrial development. Bắc Giang has prioritized the development of transport infrastructure, inter-regional connection, external traffic, and ensure conditions for businesses to operate. In addition, attention must be paid to implementing supportive policies on social infrastructure, ensuring social security for workers. Thanks for the sincere sharing of Bắc Giang, Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm said that with this experience, TayNinhTV will learn and apply in leadership for development of socio-economic activities of the province. (2023) has been identified by TayNinhTV Province as the year to strongly promote digital transformation on three pillars: digital government, economy, and society. It aims to help people and businesses benefit from public services and social utilities more conveniently, faster, and more efficiently. On the basis of the resolution of the Provincial Party Standing Committee on Digital Transformation of TayNinhTV Province to 2025, with a vision to 2030, the Provincial People's Committee has developed many programs and implementation plans to accelerate the construction of digital government, economy, and society, in which each agency and organization is required to make the most of opportunities to develop digital government, economy, and society, including early identification of a roadmap and acceleration of the process of digital transformation in each sector, field, and locality, raise awareness about digital transformation, network information security, plans of digital business development, promotion of e-commerce development, and implementation of a cashless payment solution. These have initially reached some encouraging results and have effectively implemented a number of common platforms for the entire political system of the province. In the face of fluctuations in prices of fuel and construction materials affecting the construction progress of key projects in the province, Recently, TayNinhTV Provincial Appeals Committee has issued a document requesting the departments, agencies, and relevant units to actively coordinate with functional sectors to strengthen inspection and exploitation of land for construction materials, strengthen inspection of compliance with legal provisions of rights, origin, product quality, promptly handle violations on sand mining. Investor consultants of design and supervision contractors should strengthen the quality management of works, giving priority to the use of gross sand to replace natural sand in projects and works, strengthen the management of origin of natural sand materials, do not use natural sand used for leveling. At the same time, investors are required to exploit minerals as common building materials to exploit according to the design capacity improved by the Provincial Appeals Committee to meet the current demand for construction materials. It is not allowed to hoard goods, increase price unreasonably to ensure market price stability according to regulations in order to contribute to implementing the project on schedule and ensuring quality.
Also on October 22nd, the delegation of Vietnam Cable Television Corporation (VTV-CAP), led by Mr. Nguyễn Văn Ninh, Deputy General Director of VTV-CAP, has a working session with TayNinhTV radio and television stations. Welcoming and working with the delegation, there were Mr. Vũ Xuân Trường, Director of TayNinhTV radio and television station, as well as leaders and specialized departments of the units.
VTV-CAP is a unit in the Vietnam television station specializing in research, development, and application of advanced technologies in the fields of paid television, communication, and information technology. It currently covers more than 12 million households nationwide with the strength in producing sports, entertainment, education, and news content, with more than 25 TV channels and radio fields, especially with FM channel on receiver with political and entertainment content, interactive radio programs, special live radio. TayNinhTV radio and television station currently has one television channel, one radio channel, and digital infrastructure broadcasting channels, a website. Up to now, its number and quality of programs have been increasingly improved. Many live news broadcasts, highly interactive radio programs have created a position and brand in the Southeast region as well as the whole country. With their broad strength, the connection between the two units will open up new cooperation opportunities, contributing to bringing the best contents in the field of radio to TayNinhTV people as well as the whole country. In addition, they also discuss digital transformation solutions and coordinated to build and complete broadcasting operations and share production content on the super platform VTV-CAP.
The audience, continuing the program of the four sections of the 15th National Assembly, the National Assembly Deputy on October 22nd has a discussions at the group about the results of implementing the resolutions of the National Assembly on the Socio-Economic Development Plan in 2022, project the Socio-Economic Development Plan in 2023, State Budget Implementation Situation in 2022, State Budget Estimate, Central Budget Allocation Plan in 2023, implementation of the Annual Financial Plan in 2022, projected financial plan for 2023 of state financial funds outside the budgets managed by the central government.
According to the government report, GDP in 9 months of 2022 increased by 8.83% over the same period, the highest increase of 9 months in the period of 2011-2022. Road recovery momentum was recorded in all regions of the economy. The processing and manufacturing industry continued to be the growth motivation, with an increase of 10.69%, just lower than the growth rate of the same period occurred in 2011, 2017, and 2018. Some service industry quickly recover with a high roll rate, contributing much to the roll rate of total added value of the whole economy. In terms of location, the economic recovery took place quite evenly among localities. Macro stability was maintained, inflation was controlled, major balance of the economy were ensured. The number of newly established businesses increased, especially strongly in the fields that were heavily affected by the COVID-19 epidemic. The monetary market was basically stable. Interest and exchange rates were managed flexibly, contributing to controlling inflation and directing credit to various industry and fields. Commenting on reports of the government, Mr. Huỳnh Thanh Phương, delegation of National Assembly of TayNinhTV Province, said the report assesses that tourism has covered, but international arrivals have decreased. So how competitive is Vietnam's tourism? Budget revenue and expenditure is not close to reality. 9 months reached 94%, but mainly from land and raw oil, which is an uncertain factor. Although the revenue forecast is exceeded, the government's forecast that revenue from state-owned enterprises and foreign invested enterprises decreased compared to 2021. Regarding state budget expenditure, public investment causes a blockade. The government has not had a thorough solution to this problem. The reasons stated in the annual report are repeated. Discipline of public investment is not strict. ODA disbursement is low, therefore it is necessary to properly assess the international impact, breaking the common supply chain, stabilizing production, the market and commodity prices, maintain macroeconomic stability, curb inflation, properly assess the capital absorption needs of the economy, targets for 2023 and roll rates, increase labor productivity. Meanwhile, Mr. Phạm Hùng Thái, TayNinhTV Provincial National Assembly delegation, said there is a shortage of medicine, hard workers, and education human resources. It is proposed that the government establish a steering committee to focus on solving this issue in a drastic way. The delegates also suggested that it is necessary to closely monitor the epidemic situation in the world, to have scenarios and timely response plans, to avoid passive and unexpected cases, solving problems in bidding for drugs and medical supplies in order to immediately end the shortage of medical equipment, supplies, and biological products. At the same time, there are solutions to promote the development of the pharmaceutical sector and domestic drug production.
Ladies and gentlemen, connecting the internet through smartphone and social networks has now become a part of our life. The majority of users will have positive experiences online, but risk elsewhere exists, including the possibility that excessive social media use can lead to negative effects on the mental health of users. Many studies have shown that using social networks increase negative emotions and contribute to causing psychological and mental problems.
Social networks in the present day are making an important contribution to strengthening the public's trust in the leadership of the party, the state, and the administration of the government. From the perspective of state management, the social network is an information system that provides a community of subjects who are network users with services to store, provide, use, search, share, and exchange information with each other. From a social cultural perspective, it is a type of community, but it is virtual. It includes many different online communities for the purpose of satisfying needs of material and spirit of the people. Social networks also provide users with the opportunity to read and listen to the views of many different people. However, first is not necessarily correct. Social networks still bring some problems to the mental life of users. Firstly, it makes us easily jealous and feel lonely. Secondly, it easily lets users believe information on social networks is very fast but easy to cut, less verifiability. which leads to many cases where users do not check but disseminate untrue information. Thirdly, it makes people more prone to feeling jealous and controlling in their emotional relationships. Finally, it can increase the rate of online bullying, which is a new form of violence that persists in the life of people and especially children. The development of social networks changes the ways of communication in the community, the way of self-expression in which there are positive changes and also negative manifestations, leading to many complex social problems. Some effects of social networks on human psychology. Firstly, increasing negative emotions. People who love the feeling of being praised on social networks can become jealous and irritable when others are like more themselves. Secondly, an increased risk of FOMO syndrome, which is the fear of missing out. This syndrome is mainly seen in young people with the characteristic that they are always afraid of losing their opportunities. Thirdly, the fear of not having a phone. People with this syndrome always carrying their phone with them and check messages and notifications regularly. Finally, constantly checking calls, notifications, messages, social networks, and emails makes the adrenal glands always in a state of constant irritation, causing stress. In a study abroad and in Vietnam to find the link between internet addiction and depression, the evidence of a 2018 study with 360 students in Đồng Nai showed that the rate of depression in children addicted to the internet was 2.26 times higher than that of children without internet addiction. Especially for children, exposing children to social networks too early can lead to depression, along with many other unpredictable consequences. To avoid the psychological effects of social networks, users need to know and take the following measures. Firstly, it cuts down on usage time and set a time frame for using smartphones for yourself. Then it is how do we access and choose information on social networks. Just follow individuals who spread positive messages, just worthy knowledge, or follow funny news sites. Finally, regularly monitor our own emotional state, especially children need more attention from parents about their feelings.
That's all for today's TTV News. Thanks for watching and see you next time.